Today on Monashi, we sailed from St. Martin's all the way to St. Eustatius, also known as Statia, a friendly Dutch island in the Eastern Caribbean.
Well, I have to say that Statia is the easiest place that we've cleared in and out from. It didn't take us that long whatsoever to go right from customs to immigration to Port Authority. And how long?
10 minutes?
10 minutes
10 to
tops.
15 minutes, yeah.
Let's see what trouble we get into next.
The island can best be described as a secluded small town that time has forgotten, but with all the necessities, but on a much smaller scale. There was even the scuba diving shop where I bought nothing, but Mojo bought a beautiful set of earrings. This is where I first was introduced to the blue beads of emancipation, which we'll get into a later extended mix video. Exactly as the sign says, the old slave path is a road that captured Africans built and marched up in order to get to the fort where they were auctioned off. It's hard not to feel dread, because we can all say it was a few hundred years ago, but was just over 150 years ago, which is not that long. But today is today. As they celebrate their past, we can also celebrate the future with them by remembering and going forward together. Like many Caribbean islands, Statia was settled in the 1600s and has the magnificent Fort Orange, with ornate aqueducts, palisades, and exemplary brickwork reflective of the era. What we didn't expect was to come across people from Campbell River in West Vancouver, which is close to our hometown in British Columbia. But here we are, making new friends again. Like most tourist attractions of a historical nature in the Caribbean, it's free to get into Fort Orange, but donations are graciously accepted. To that end, we marched every inch of that fort to see all the nooks and crannies, and of course, take in the great view. Mojo then marched us off to the St. Eustatius Historical Foundation Museum, which was truly a delight because of the extraordinary knowledge of the curator. We are actually going to have an extended mix version of this video to include all the interviews that you cannot fit into 4 minutes. So back to our tour of the museum, which included Victorian updates to their sitting rooms, refurbished bedrooms, and antiquities collected over the years that reminded us of our grandparents' homes. But more importantly, there's an archaeological dig that was housed in the basement of the museum that had skeletons from the Arawak and Carib tribes from over 1,000 years ago. Once back outside, our tour guide showed us a home that housed approximately 18 people. I can let you know they weren't there voluntarily.
Hey Mojo, guess what that is? It's an actual Dutch oven. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. Ha. Mojo, guess what I really like about the police on Statia?
What is it that you really like?
They're very polite.
After the museum, there's only one thing you can do. Make your way through town to find some shade in a restaurant and have some libations and delicious food. Along the way, we found friendly local stations and delegates from the European Union who were there to help educate in better agricultural practices. But then it was time to go back to Monashi, see the sea turtles, watch the sunset, and think about climbing the volcano and debate whether I should sacrifice Mojo or not.